Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the journey of understanding the inner self, cultivating inner peace. This is the journey of raising our inner awareness, the awareness about the inner self. And the aim of this journey is to help us understand ourselves so that we are able to cultivate our inner peace and we can desire our desired life as we want. And today is day 15, day 15 out of 21 days. Yesterday, um, yesterday we have explored about um, a reference which can help us understand the root cause of human life according to moral perspective, which is a reality triangle. A reality triangle. And with the name of that knowledge, we know we also know that is related to our reality. And reality triangle explains humans cause root cause um, with the information that we have within represents for our reality and our information. So the information that we have comes from the source concept that we have. Uh, and our source concept comes from what we know, what we believe, and what we understand. What we understand about a particular things. If we're talking about happiness, so what we know about happiness, what we believe about happiness, and what we understand about happiness, um, reflects our source concept about happiness, represents for our informations about happiness, and um, presenting the reality, uh, our reality about happiness, about life. So before we get into the new lesson today, as usual, we have few minutes to review, to reflect, to contemplate, um, to infer for ourselves the lesson, the insight, enlightenment. Let me share the screen so that we can start it. Mm, all right. Let's take a few minutes to think about the lesson that we got, the insight that we have, the enlightenment that we realized recently, today, or from any incidents, any event that comes that have come into our lives. And yesterday we also discussed about the good cause, right? The good cause of human life. So according to the standard reference systems, which which is from the scientific perspective, we have the root cause formula of life, root cause formula of life, and the root cause formula of life tells us that mental images is the root cause of human life. And if we want to generate the good cause, so we need a beautiful mental image for the good mental image. The mental images that aligns with our desire. And according to uh, religious perspective, we have our human structure, which tells us that the blessing and merit, the positive and balanced particles within us is the cause, the good cause for human life. And according to moral perspective, we have reality triangle, which tells us that the source concept within us is the cause for humans' reality, for people's reality. And if we want a good cause, we want to uh, create, we want to cultivate the good cause we need to have full source concepts. A source concept comes from what we know, what we believe, and what we understand. So the helpful knowing, the helpful knowledge, the helpful belief, beneficial beliefs, which is positive beliefs, and helpful understanding uh, represents for the helpful source concepts. So in a lifetime, we want to have a good life. We need a good cause at first. And there's only three major things we should do. We should do to have a good life. Focus on the beautiful mental images. Accumulate, collect beautiful mental images with delight with our desire. Accumulate blessing and merit by uh, doing the givings, by doing the givings, and collect the accumulate the helpful source concepts. So by doing these three things all the time, we're able to uh, plant the good seeds in our subspecies garden. And then, in addition, if we are able to light of the wisdom light, the state of mind, wealth light, the personality wealth light, the virtual wealth light, the capability wealth light, and the physics wealth light. we can't have the full options for the good cars. It will make our good cars stronger and firmly. And today, as we mentioned yesterday, uh, we'll light up the first light in our house, the house of inner self, health, relationship, and finance, which is wisdom. In the beginning, we talk about the seven lights, right? Seven holistic wealth, and there are seven lights. So, which one we should light up in our house? And um, the wise men have share with us that the first light we need to light up in our house is wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. I believe that these words is quite popular and familiar to many people. And what is wisdom? Is long ago I have shared with one of my teacher before I knew about this knowledge. And I told her that in my life I want to have wisdom so that I know what exactly I should do, what exactly I should say, and it will guide me on the right path. But at the time, my mind about wisdom, the idea about wisdom is something is very hard to achieve. Something is very hard to attain. Because when people talking about wisdom, it's like, oh, is something's very, is outreach. It should be someone who stay far away from, stay out of human life, and they seek for something higher, and they mm, meet someone who is could give them the wisdom. And it's hard for people to attain it because this concept is it's not clear, is quite vaguer to many people. And today I'm so grateful. I'm so very, very grateful for the chance that I have to share with everyone. Hello, Teacher Gemma. Thank you for your presence.
Hello, teacher.
And let's continue with our wisdom. As I share with everyone that before, I thought wisdom is something is very hard to achieve and is outreach. And it's not clear in my mind, and we don't have any uh, exact definition about it. It's quite vaguer to me and to many people. Anyway, it's in my mind that I want to seek for the wisdom because I know that wisdom is something that can guide me on the right path. And luckily, I'm so grateful for the chance that I have learned about wisdom in a simple way, and we have simpler definition about wisdom so that everybody can understand what it is. And through the reality triangle, we have the information of wisdom, we have the energy of wisdom, we have the material manifestation of wisdom, and then we are able to materialize. wisdom. So we're able to attain it simply. So let's discover about wisdom light together. The first light that we should light up in our house. Hello, teacher Hunmai. Thank you for your presence. Okay, first it's a light. So let's draw a torch together. It can be a lamp, a torch, a candle. I'm drawing a light. Candle, which brings a light of wisdom. And we call this is wisdom light. The first light that we need to light up in our house. Wisdom. And 38. And we materialize this non-material concept. So we put it in a reality triangle. So the wisdom We also have three angles, and please allow me to write it in the short form. Um, is material manifestation, E is energy angle, and I is the information angle. And let's explore the information of wisdom first. And what's in wisdom? What is wisdom? Let me read. Let me read the definition of wisdom. Uh, Wisdom can simply be understood as a concept referring to the state of inner awareness. The number of the number of levels of wisdom corresponds to the number of states of inner awareness a person possesses. Wisdom, again, wisdom can simply be understood as a concept referring to the state of inner awareness. The number of level of wisdom corresponds to the number of states of inner awareness a person possesses. Again, wisdom can simply be understood as a concept referring to the state of inner awareness. The number of levels of wisdom corresponds to the number of states of inner awareness a person possesses. So, to be simple, wisdom is, when we talk about wisdom, many people can have many ideas about wisdom. But to be simpler, simplified, and the wise men have shared with us that wisdom can simply be understood. Can simply, this is the simple understanding about wisdom. Is a concept. It's a concept referring to the state of inner awareness. The state of inner awareness. Okay. Uh, the state of inner awareness. The state of inner awareness. How many states of inner awareness corresponds to how many level of wisdom a person possesses, a person has. So wisdom, with this, the simple understanding that the wise men have shared with us, that is a concept referring to the state of inner awareness. How many levels of the state of wisdom corresponds to how many states of inner awareness? So there are five states of Inner awareness. There are five. There are five states of inner awareness. Five states of inner awareness. Okay. Because this is the information. So I just provide, at first, I provide information to everyone, and then we'll discuss over this information. So there are five states of inner awareness. Is equivalent to correspond to five levels of wisdom. And let's discover the first state of inner awareness. The state of inner awareness number one is the state of inner awareness regarding objects, events, phenomena, situations, people. It involves the ability to distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. Again, again, the state of inner awareness number one is the state of inner awareness regarding objects, events, phenomena, situations, people. It involves the ability to distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. Again, the state of inner awareness, number one, is the state of inner awareness regarding objects, events, phenomena, situations, people. It involves the ability to distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. Let's discuss over this information. So, regarding the state of inner awareness, number one, this awareness regarding is our inner awareness about the objects, about, for example, an object, an event, or a phenomenon, or a situation, or people, a person, and uh, we use this inner awareness to distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, should and should not. For example, I put on a paper, I place this object, right? And I say this is a marker, and you can you see this object, and you heard that I say this is a marker. So if it's a marker to you, you think it's, oh, it's right, it's a marker. So you are using your state of inner awareness number one, the first state of inner awareness, to distinguish or to judge if that statement is correct or not, is right or wrong. Or if you encounter an event like someone or treats their parents badly, and in your mind you have the idea that, oh, they should not do that, or is bad, for example. So you are using your state of inner awareness number one. to or distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. So everyone has this ability, right? Has this inner awareness, this state of inner awareness. Everyone has this state, has this inner awareness states. To be short, inner awareness states. Everyone has this inner awareness states to distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. So that is the first inner awareness state or state of inner awareness. And one state of inner awareness corresponds to one level of wisdom. So what's the definition of wisdom level one? Let me check if I have definition of wisdom level one here. Okay. So for wisdom level one, we have a definition for a person who has wisdom level one. And we call that level one wisdom level one individual is someone with inner awareness capable of distinguish right from wrong, truth from falsehood, good from bad, and what should or should not be done in relation to objects, events, phenomena, situations, or people. So a person with the wisdom level one is someone with the inner awareness capable of distinguishing right from wrong, truth from false, good from bad, and what should or should not be done in relation to objects, events, phenomena, situations, or people. And there is, according to this definition, we can see that our state of inner awareness, number one, and the person who has wisdom level ones are quite similar. But for wisdom level ones has something different um, to the inner awareness states number one. For the wisdom level one, people people proactively do the good because they distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, good and bad, what should do and or should not do, and true or false. So they proactively do the good thing. They proactively look at the good sides of people. They proactively seek the opportunity and events, and they proactively have good inner awareness, um, good awareness about relationship, about human relationship. So that is the difference between the state of inner awareness level one and wisdom level one. For the state of inner awareness level one, everybody has, because when we encounter something, we see an object, we encounter an event, we have a situation, we see someone, or we meet a phenomena, we have an idea about it's good or bad. So right at the time it comes, we pop up an idea about the good or bad, right or wrong, should or should not, true or false. So we um, passively waiting for things comes, and then we use our inner awareness state level one to judge it. But for those who has wisdom level one, they they don't wait for the objects, events, situations, peoples, or phenomena come to their life. Before it comes to their life, before challenges come to their life, they proactively see the good things in life, seek the good side in people, seek the opportunities in every situation. So they proactively fill up his house with light, with helpful source concepts, with beautiful mental images, with their cultivating or accumulating blessing and merits. So they proactively doing things to have the good cause and to have the favorable condition. So that's how a person who has wisdom level one do. That's difference between state of inner awareness level one and wisdom level one. Hello, teacher Tanpu. Thank you for your presence. Yeah. Anyone have any questions or any doubts about the state of inner awareness level one or wisdom level one? If all good, we'll move to the state of inner awareness level two. Okay. So we'll do one by one. Hopefully today we can understand all the information of wisdom. The state of inner awareness level two is the state of inner awareness of the root cause of life, where all understanding and perceptions originate from within oneself. Again, state of inner awareness number two is the state of inner awareness of the root cause of life, where all understanding and perceptions originate from within oneself. It, so it means that the root cause of human life comes from us, come from ourselves, not from anywhere, anyone else, but from us. When when we discuss about the root cause formula of life, um, we also discuss about this our inner awareness. We know that everything comes from ourselves. Our life comes from um, the cause and the conditions that we have, and the cause, our root cause of human lives comes from according to scientific perspectives, that we know that it comes from our mental images, from our religious perspectives, and we know that the root cause of human lives comes from our blessing and merits, and from moral perspectives, and we know that our good cause, the cause of our reality, comes from the source concept that we have within. So all of them comes from us, from ourselves. So that's why we if we understand this part, so we have this inner awareness, we call that is the state of inner awareness level 2. State of inner awareness level 2 is the state of inner awareness of the root cause of life, where all understanding and perceptions originates from within oneself, within ourselves, start from us. Everything starts from us. And anyone who has this inner awareness states, so they're able to master their lives. They're able to govern their lives, as they notice everything from within. So they just need to cultivate a good course from within. They just need to have the favorable conditions so that they are able to have the as desired outcome as they want. So throughout a day, if we have that inner awareness, and we know that we have the state of inner awareness level 2, and we are aware of the root cause of our lives from us, from ourselves, not from anywhere. Okay, so let's see uh, about the wisdom level 2. A person who has wisdom level 2 is someone with an inner awareness rooted in the essence of life that originates from within themselves. They deeply understand and recognize that all objects, events, and phenomena arise not from their external nature, but from the seeds of their own minds. A person with wisdom level 2 does not seek the change from external circumstances, but is keenly aware that transformation must begin within their inner self. They hold the understanding that the desire to change others is the root of suffering, is the star of suffering, while changing oneself is the foundation of a true happiness. Changing themselves is the foundation of their true happiness. Okay, let me read the definition of person who has wisdom level 2 again. A person who has an individual who has wisdom level 2 is someone with an inner awareness rooted in the sense of life that originates from within themselves. Or, in other words, is someone with an inner awareness, the course of life is from within. They deeply understand and recognize that all objects, events, Phenomena arise not from their external nature, but from the external nature, but from the seeks of their own inner self. A person with wisdom level 2 does not seek doesn't seek the change from external circumstances, but is keenly aware that transformation must begin within their inner self. They hold the understanding that the desire to change others is the start of suffering, while changing themselves is the foundation for the true happiness. For the true happiness. So that is the definition of a person who has wisdom level 2. So those who have wisdom level 2, they similar to wisdom level 1, they proactively understand that their root cause, uh, their life's root cause from within, and they don't seek the change from outside, from the external circumstances, but they need to change from within, from their inner self. And they understand that seek the change from outside, from external outwards, is the start of their suffering. And changing themselves is the it starts of their true happiness. And because of that, they proactively they proactively see uh, the root cause of their lives, of their realities from themselves, and then they use the the wisdom level 1 to um, accumulate the blessing and merits, proactively accumulate blessing and merits, proactively collect beautiful mental images, proactively build their or generate the helpful source concepts to create, to cultivate a good cause within them, and proactively have their good inner awareness about relationships, to have the favorable conditions. So, with the good cause and favorable condition, they could have their desired life, desired outcome. So, they initially do things. They don't wait until the events, the situation, the people, the phenomenon, objects comes to have the inner awareness, to have the state of inner awareness, the respective state of inner awareness, but they proactively desired their life because they know that all from within, everything's from within. So that is the state of inner awareness level 2, number 2, and the wisdom level 2. So the difference between state of inner awareness and wisdom is state of inner awareness waits for um, something comes, and then they have that their respective state of inner awareness. But for the wisdom, uh, those who has wisdom, they proactively understand the root cause of life from within, and then they choose to and they proactively desire their life by cultivating the good cause, um, and building the favorable conditions so that they have the desired outcome. And we people should use the state of inner awareness. Um, Usually, they use at work when we should know what is right, what's wrong, what we should do, what we should not do. And we can see that this state of inner awareness mainly at work. But why human lives meet problems in relationship because they mistakenly use the state of inner awareness level 2 in relationship. Because if in relationship and we often think about right or wrong and good or bad. So always use our judgments in a relationship. So it even we are right, we are correct, but it never creates a harmony in a relationship. So we don't need talking about this. I remember the sharing of the master that in a relationship, who right or wrong is not important. What important that's how we generate the harmonies in a relationship, in a connection. So let me let me tell everyone a story, a story that I heard from my master and teachers. It's about um, a newlywed couple, and they just got married, and then they have had honeymoon in a primeval forest, a primeval forest, and in that afternoon, uh, that couple just hold hand in hand and stroll inside the forest. And while walking, the couple heard a sound, whack whack, from the bush nearby. Whack whack. They heard the sound. At first, they heard the sound and then they just ignore that. And then that sound just keep echoing in that forest. And the husband said, "How can they serve a duck in this primeval forest?" And the wife said, "No, it's not a duck. I think it's a chicken." The husband said, "How can there is a chicken here?" I think, but I don't know, don't say, don't, I'm not sure, but I think it's a duck. It sounds like a duck, and I don't understand why there is a duck here. But the wife, very determined uh, with her judgment and her ears, and she said, "No, it's a chicken. I believe that it's a chicken. That's how it's chicken. It cannot be a duck." And the husband's very confident with his ears, and he said, "No, I think it's a duck." And the wife was so angry, and she said, I told you it's a chicken. It's a chicken. And because the wife got angry from that, and the husband don't, didn't want it to go far, so she said, "Okay, okay, I know that is chicken. It's a chicken. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is chicken." So he softened his voice and tried to assure um, his wife and said, "Okay, it's a chicken." And then the wife said, "Don't argue with me anymore." And both of them just hold hand in hand and walk through the forest. And that's a story. The story is good. At first, I thought it's just a simple story, but after my teachers have shared the meanings behind the story, the lessons behind the story, and is what amazed me with the lesson. And he said that um, there are many arguments and sufferings in a relationship, especially in marriage, just because of the trivial things like that. The trivial things about duck and chickens and things is not a very big deal, but day by day, time passed by, it developed like a hum of trivial things. It generates a very big issues in a relationship. It's like cancer is cannot remove it. And one more lesson to learn from this story, that what if in that bush a chicken come out? So since then, for the rest of their lives, the wife always writes. And whenever they that couples have the argument, and the wives could say, "Do you remember when we have the honeymoon in the primeval forest? And I told you that was a chicken, and it actually a chicken." So you know that I always write, and the wife always writes for the rest of their marriage life, and the husband have to endure for that. And if what if a duck comes out from that bush, and for the rest of their marriage life, their husbands always right. And when they have the arguments, and the husbands could bring it up that, "Do you remember when we have the honeymoon in the primeval forest?" The ducks come out. So I was right. And whenever they have an argument, he just bring it up. And but after that, what is the result after that? There is no harmony, there is no strong bonds, and the bonds will be cut little by little until one day it's completely break down. So that's why in a relationship we can use the state of inner awareness. Level ones, we differentiate, we use, we think it's right or wrong, good or bad, to treat a relationship. But people often use the state of inner awareness level two for a relationship. And when anything comes in a relationship, they know that it starts from themselves, the root cause from within, the root cause from within. And they if they want anything for their life, they could They could be the one who desire their desire life. So, and when we come to the wisdom level 1 or wisdom level 2, we proactively uh, we proactively see the the root cause of our life, of our reality from within, and we proactively desire it by um, accumulate the beautiful mental images, accumulate pleasant merits, and generate the helpful words, generate, collect helpful source concept, and develop helpful source concept. Okay, so that is about the state of inner awareness level 2 and wisdom level 2. If anyone have any doubt or questions or any idea here, uh, please raise your opinions and then we can elaborate more. If no one has any idea in the state of inner awareness level 2 and wisdom level 2, we'll move to the state of inner awareness level number 3 and wisdom level 3. Okay, for the state of inner awareness number 3 is the state of the true nature of the inner self. The state of inner awareness number 3 is the state of true nature, the true nature of the inner self. Again, the state of inner awareness number 3 is the state of the true nature of the inner self. So when we explore about the human structure, we have this module right about the formula of the inner peace, and we know about the true nature, the state of the true nature. Let me look for that slides. Okay. So and this is human structures simply the simple human structure, and for the inner self, we just disregard the body, the four element body, and three layers inside is consists of the inner self. So we have the innermost layer is the truth within, and the second layer is human nature, and the third layer is the feeling, and we know that I just remind about the true natures because we have discussed and explored about these modules in previous sections. So we know that when a message come, it's always go through uh, into the true layer, and we and those who are able to use their hearing nature or seeing nature to perceive, to accept the message. And when that, and after that, if they can last for a while, so it generates a space in our inner self, in our inside us. And that state we call the true nature, the true nature. And after the true nature's generation, the inner peace follows. The inner peace follows. So that's why we call hearing and seeing natures as a raft that can bring anyone go through the other sides of the river, which is the place of the inner peace. So the the state of inner awareness number three is the state of the true nature of the inner self. Okay, so when anyone realize the true within and the true natures arise, the true nature is generated, and the inner peace follows, and we call that person has the state of inner awareness number three. Number three. Okay, so how about a person who has wisdom level three? So a person who has a wisdom level three is someone who whose inner awareness recognize the emptiness inherent in all objects, events, circumstances, and people. They perceive that in their essence, no object, event, phenomenon, or person inherently holds a problem. This individual lives fully in the present moment and abides in the truth within themselves. They are constantly aware, they are listening, aware that they are hearing, aware that they are seeing, aware that they are saying, and aware that they are knowing. They are individuals who attain the state of inner peace and tranquility. Again, a person who has wisdom level 3 is someone whose inner awareness recognizes the emptiness inherent in all objects, events, circumstances, and people. They perceive that, in their sense, no object, no event, no phenomenon, or person inherently holds a problem. This individual lives fully in the present moment and abides in the truth within themselves. They are constantly aware that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are saying, they are knowing. They are individuals who attain the state of inner peace and tranquility. Again, a person who has wisdom level 3 is someone whose inner awareness recognizes the emptiness inherent to all objects, events, circumstances, and people. They perceive that in their sense, no object, event, phenomenon, or person inherently holds a problem. This individual lives fully in the present moment and abides in the truth within themselves. They are they are constantly aware. They are hearing. They are seeing. They are saying. They are knowing. They are individuals who attain a state of inner peace and tranquility. Okay, let's clarify this information. Information of person who has wisdom level 3. So those who have wisdom level 3 has a inner awareness which recognize the empty nature of everything. The empty natures. If you remember about the root cause formula of life in the quite very beginning sections, we talk about the empty nature of everything, about the paint story, or I use the marker, and we know that everything in this life has the empty nature. So a person who has wisdom level 3 proactively, not proactively, but they have that awareness that they recognize the empty nature in everything, in any object, any person, any phenomenon, any event, any situation. They has the empty nature. They see the empty nature in it, even in their body, in everything around them. And they know that this has the empty nature. And they don't see any problem in anything because everything in these words as their perception has the empty nature. So nothing has any problem. Even a person, even an event, even a situation, even an object, even a phenomenon, nothing has any problem. And that the person who has wisdom level 3, they live fully in present moment. They stay in the present moment. They stay in the present moment. And they abide or reside in the truth from within themselves. So they abide or they reside in the truth within themselves. They are constantly aware. They are constantly aware that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are saying, they are knowing. And when some those who are aware that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are saying, they are knowing, they live in the present moment fully. And because of that, they attain the state of inner peace, of tranquility, of inner peace, of tranquility, serenity. So that is about the person who has wisdom level 3. So in general, they recognize the empty nature in everything. So that's why they don't see any problem in anything. And they live fully in the present moment. They are aware that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are saying, they are knowing. So that's why they attain the inner peace, they attain the tranquility. That's about wisdom level 3. So with the wisdom level 3, mm, we proactively live in the present moment. We proactively know aware that we are hearing, we are seeing, we are saying, we are knowing. Proactively live in the present moment and proactively see the empty nature of everything. And those who has the state of inner awareness love number three or wisdom level three, their mind is like it's calm, like a calm river. They have the balance, stable mind, like calm river. And if you see the calm river, we see that uh, when we look at the bottom of the river, because it's very calm, so everything just goes down, any dust, any things in the river just goes down at the bottom of the river. So we can any if there is any moves or the subtle change, we're able to see it. And we can see at the bottom of the river because everything just goes down and it does things in the river just goes down, so we're able to see the water in the river is very clear, and if there is any change in the surface of the river, we're able to see it. So it's similar to a person who has the state of inner awareness number three or wisdom level three, that their mind is calm and balanced and stable as the calm river, and it generates a very special skills for them, that they are able to read other people as anything. If there is any sensation in others, there's any moves, like just subtle moves in others, they're able to sense it as their mind is like a calm river. And they can develop uh, prediction skills, and they can guess or even read other people. And with that ability, they know that what they should do for others, to give the best of them, to give the best advice for others. And it's related to the state of inner awareness number four. Number four. So let's move to the inner awareness, the state of inner awareness number four, and the wisdom level four. The state of inner awareness number four is the state of naturally knowing of the inner self. Again, the state of inner awareness number four is the state of naturally knowing of the inner self. Again, the state of inner awareness number four is the state of naturally knowing of the inner self. So, what is this state of naturally knowing of the inner self? It means that if you ever encounter a situation that you naturally know something without any body teaching or you never learned about it before. But right at that moment, something happened and you naturally know what you should do, what you should say, or to, and then it's definitely resolve the problem. If you ever encounter that situation, it means that at that moment you have the state of inner awareness level 4. And this is, and we call the state of naturally knowing of the inner self, naturally knowing of the inner self. And what is wisdom level 4? A person who has wisdom level 4 is someone whose inner awareness naturally guides them to know what to say and what to do in alignment with the present circumstances. They have the ability to connect with knowledge and understanding beyond what they have previously heard, seen, said, and known. A person who has wisdom level 4 possesses an electromagnetic frequency capable of a vibrant a vibrational frequency capable of accessing and resonating with dimensions of space civilization. Or there is something new here. So let me read again. A person who has less wisdom level 4 is someone whose inner awareness naturally guides them to know what to say and what to do in alignment with the present circumstances. They have the ability to connect with others with knowledge and understanding beyond what they have previously heard, seen, said, or known. A person who has wisdom level 4 possesses a vibrational frequency capable of accessing and resonating with dimensions of space civilization. Um, so let me give me some more times to so that we can discuss wisdom level 4, and then we go to the state of inner awareness level 5 and wisdom level 5. So hopefully that we were able to discuss these 5 state of inner awareness today. Okay, so again, for the wisdom level 4, those who has the wisdom level 4 is someone whose inner awareness naturally guides them to know what to say and what to do in alignment with the present circumstances. They have ability to connect with knowledge and understanding beyond what they have previously heard, seen, said, and known. A person who has wisdom level 4 possesses a vibrational frequency capable of accessing and resonating with dimensions of space civilization. So, about the idea that the person who has wisdom level 4 has the inner awareness that guides them naturally know, what to say, what to do in alignment with the present circumstances. We understand that part, right? Um, and the person who has wisdom level 4, so it's related to wisdom level 3. So because they stay in the present moment, they're aware that they are hearing, they're seeing, they're saying, they are knowing. And at that moment, their mind's inner self is balanced like calm river. So they are able to sense any sensation, any subtle change. They're able to sense it and notice that. So that's why at that moment, it helped them to raise up to the wisdom level 4, which guides them to know what to do, what to say in a particular situation. So they just naturally know that. And we call this wisdom level 4, or similar to state of inner awareness number 4, that the state of naturally knowing of the inner self. And in the wisdom level 4, they have explained why. Because a person who has wisdom level 4, they have ability to connect to the understanding and the knowledge beyond what they have previously heard, said, seen, and not. And they have the vibrational frequency which can help them to access and resonate with the dimensions of space civilization. So there are some new concepts. Let's elaborate them. So today we take a little more time for that, and it's very important, everybody. It's very important for the information of wisdom. So let's spend some more time for it. Okay. So humans' and understanding, knowledge and understanding come from two sources. Come from our karma, the karma, and space. Uh, see V I civilization. Okay, space civilization. So there are two types of knowledge and understanding. The first one, we said that teachings and no teaching. There are two types of knowledge and understanding that we have. The first one we call that teaching knowledge, and the second one is no teaching knowledge. And if we use the reference as the time when we was born until now, so any knowledge, any understanding that we accumulate since then until now, and we say that, um, and of course we learn it from teachers, from someone, from somewhere, and we call that is teaching knowledge and understanding. There's so someone touch us and we know that. But in our life, there is a moment that we know something naturally and we understand something naturally without any teaching, without anybody teach us. If you encounter that situation, so it means that it's belong to no teaching, knowledge, and understanding. So it could be comes from, and the no teaching, knowledge, and understanding could be comes from our karma, which we have accumulated through the previous lives. We know that in religion, people talk about a lifetime, many lives. We have lived many lives, and the knowledge, the understanding that we have accumulated in many lives previously, and suddenly, for some reason, in that moment, we just activate that knowledge and understanding, and we know it naturally, and we can no teaching, knowledge and understanding, because nobody teach us in this life, but we know it, and it comes from our karma. But we, if we say that, um, it's we count the previous lives, so it's belong to the teaching knowledge, because from previous life we also learned from someone, anything in our karma we have accumulated over countless lives. So we have learned it from someone somewhere. So this belongs to the teaching knowledge. And there is a place, a space that contains countless knowledge and understanding in what people couldn't n- have it by themselves, and it contains countless knowledge and understanding. Let's say if everybody know about Nikola Tesla as very great inventor in lifetimes, that he had many invention in this life, which brings uh, techniques, technology, many famous inventions which contributes greatly to this life, these words. And once I read an article that share about his experience, that he said um, he felt like he he accessed to a space
Group
or a
bởi bên chủ
frequency
vì để mà chăm sóc khách hàng. Cùng với Thủy. Có nghĩa là
Um, he felt like he accessed to a space and he resonate to its frequency and he able to download the knowledge or the understand in that space. And there are some people share their experience that they naturally know something and that and what they have shared is never exists in this life. And when we are resonates to a certain vibrational frequency, which resonate to the vibrational frequency of space civilization, where contains countless knowledge and understanding, modern knowledge and understanding, which contribute to, which can help this world a lot, and we call that knowledge and understanding comes from the space civilization. So that's why those who has wisdom level 4, they have the ability to connect to the knowledge and understanding beyond what they previously heard, seen, said, and known. And another mm, another way that the person who has wisdom level 4 have the vibrational frequency capable of accessing and resonating with dimensions of space civilization. Or in some fields, they call it uh, the universal library, where contains countless knowledge and understanding. So that's about wisdom level 4. If you can reflect on your life, if you ever experience the situation that you naturally know something and naturally know what to do, what to say in a particular situation or circumstance. And it means that you at a time you have the state of inner awareness number 4, and you have wisdom level 4. Okay. Anyone has any doubts or questions, inquiry in this state of inner awareness number 4 and wisdom level 4? Okay, let's I will take this silence as a no. So let's move to the last one, the last state of inner awareness. The state of inner awareness number 5 is a state of all encompassing state of inner self. Again, the state of inner awareness number 5 is the state of all encompassing states of the inner self, such as omnipotence, omniscience, omnipresence. The state of inner awareness number 5 is the state of all encompassing states of the inner self, such as omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. And we don't clarify or this discuss in detail this state of inner awareness because it's beyond human life that we can explain. And this is the knowledge from Buddhism. If you want, you can search in Buddhism or internet or somewhere else. And for the wisdom level 5, a person who has wisdom level 5 is someone whose inner awareness is all encompassing. They possess an inner awareness unbound by space and time. Again, a person who has wisdom level 5 is someone whose inner awareness is all encompassing. They possess an inner awareness unbound by space and time. And a person who has wisdom level 5 is someone who has fully awakened the five eyes: physical eye, wisdom eye, celestial eye, Dharma eye, Buddha eye. Again, a person who has wisdom level 5 is someone whose inner awareness is all encompassing. They possess an inner awareness unbound by space and time. A person who has wisdom level 5 is someone who has fully awakened the five eyes: physical eye, wisdom eye, celestial eye, Dharma eye, Buddha eye. And with the state of inner awareness level number 5, we won't discuss in detail. And the same here for a person who has wisdom level 5. We won't discuss in detail for this wisdom level. And my role here just provide information for it. And anyone who want to uh, look for it in detail, you can check somewhere else in others resources. And for a normal life, our human life, we just master, we just need to know and master uh, the first four state of inner awareness and the first four level of wisdom, so that we are able to master our life. And we know that everything has the our lives starts from within, and we proactively um, accumulate beautiful mental images which aligns with our desire, accumulate blessing and merits, collect the helpful source concepts, develop the helpful source concept, so that we are able to cultivate the good cause. We proactively see the good things in life. We proactively see the good sides in people. We proactively light up 7 holistic lights, 7 holistic wells in our house. And now we are lighting up the first light, the wisdom light, in our house. And we proactively stay in the present moment, proactively aware that we are hearing, we are seeing, we are saying, we are knowing. And we often stay in the present moment, and we are aware that we are seeing, we are hearing, we are saying, we are knowing. So whenever we encounter um, a problem or a challenge is a challenge, so we are able to proactively stay in the present moment so that it can help us to raise up to the state of inner awareness number 4 or wisdom level 4, which can guide us to know what to do, what to say in a particular situation. So only for that, for um, mastering and switch between these four instead of inner awareness, a state of inner awareness, or these four wisdom, four levels of wisdom. So we are able to have a good life, good material and spiritual life ready. Um, so that's all I want to share to everyone today. And thank you everyone so much for being here until now. I know that's the day I take a little more time from everyone, but it's very important, everyone, about the information of wisdom. And now we have a concept, we have an idea about wisdom. It's not something very far, very hard to achieve, to attend, and we have the simple understanding of it, and we are aware that uh, when we have if we have the state of inner awareness number 1 or state of inner awareness number 2 or state of inner awareness number 3, or sometimes we have the state of inner awareness number 4, and we are aware of that, and we can name it and define that we have that state of inner awareness. And because of that, and we know about the wisdom level 1, wisdom level 2, and wisdom level 3, and wisdom level 4. So we proactively bring the light in us, in our house. We proactively see the good thing, see the good sides in people, and proactively stay in present moment, or aware that we realize the truth from within when we encounter any challenges, any problems or obstacle in our life. So um, hopefully that everybody have some lessons, something to take away today, and we have an idea about wisdom. Thank you so much, everyone. Before we wrap up, anyone want to share something?
Thank you for your sharing today, Teacher Sunny. I really like this knowledge about reality triangle, and I realized how important it is when we have the right concept in our life. Because as the master said, we don't know how to be tolerant, so we often angry or blame with others. We don't know about appreciation, so we often feel like um, this the honor or this cherished what we have, something like that. So um, it's really necessary for everyone to know the beneficial concepts and the prime reference system. Plus, we will have merit and blessing masters. Easily, we can not easily, but simply we can change our reality. So yeah, I can realize from people around who haven't had a chance to study in our community, learn about this knowledge. Um, they they don't they don't have any like something to rely on and correct themselves, have the right choice in the life, especially about the wisdom that we have learned with you. So we know what is right. We know the root the root cause of our life. We could choose at the beginning before we react to the reality or the situation. So seems like we can handle our life better, be our own boss of our life instead of just react whatever it comes to life. So yeah, that's the simple way for us to study the information and all the concepts before we move on to the higher level. Yeah, thanks for
Thank you,
just
teacher
sharing,
Gemma.
and yeah, it's very valuable for everyone.
Thank you, teacher Gemma, for sharing your realization, your lessons, and with all this light information, beneficial source concepts, or helpful source concepts, we bring light to our house, and we definitely a master of our lives. And since we understand that everything starts from within, so we're able to be a master of our lives because we seek the change from within. So we start with our um, inner self. Thank you, teacher Gemma. Thank you for your sharing. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, teacher Tanpu. Thank you, teacher Mai. Thank you, everyone, for your presence, for your contribution, for your support. And let me stop sharing screen today. Um, and thank you, everyone. Follow me on Facebook. And it's a time to say goodbye, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Uh, Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll end the Zoom here.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, little girl, little baby.